Hi everyone, I hope you are all doing well. So today it's actually going to be a quick video on all about cutting back salvias, making sure that they will rebloom full and beautiful for us in the next part of the gardening season. And on the side note, I do have some daffodils foliage that kind of starting to brown up. So I think I'm going to cut away those as well. But the main part of the video is just going to be all about salvias. So in this little island, I have 1, 2, and then I have a tiny little one that's kind of taken over by the iris that I'm going to have to cut back. And on this side of the garden, I also have 7. So you see 1, 2, 3 here. And from this angle, you see that I have 1, 2, 3 more right there. And I also have many of the daffodils in here that I could probably cut back as well. And what I normally do is I actually cut all the salvias all the way back to the ground and let it flush all the way back up. So instead of cutting all the salvias back like what I'm doing today, you can also do it this way. And here's a close-up of one of the bloom stalks. So this one is the old bloom stalk that was blooming early in the season. And if you look just below that, you'll see that there are a few buds right here. Am I pointing to the right one? Yes, there are a few buds right here. Do you see that? So if you want, you can cut individually right here and you'll let this bloom into a new stalk, and then there's one on the other side as well. So that's another way that you can actually prune this back as well. So because I do like the salvias to come back full like they were in the spring, so I'm just going to cut everything all the way back to the ground. And on a little side note, salvias actually don't need to be fed to rebloom well. If not, they actually do worse if you feed them. So all I'm doing is cutting them back. And if you do like to feed salvias, it's probably best to give it a small handful of compost early in the spring, and that's it. So anyway, I'm going to set my camera up and start cutting everything back to the ground. So here's how this part of the garden with the quick fire and the salvias all gone. It does look like there's a little bit of a bald spot, but I think the plants around it are probably loving it because there's just so much air circulation for them to thrive. And this part of the garden as well looks pretty nice. But the only thing, if I step back now, you'll see it's all the foliage of the daffodils. I think that needs to go. I don't really like how that looks. I did cut back all of the brown ones, but I think I'm going to cut all of them back. I want them to be able to look neat, and it's just now, I don't know, it doesn't have the same look that I think that I like. So I may just end up cutting them back. Now, if they don't come back next year, I'm not too sad about it because they did do their thing, which is looking beautiful in the spring. But for the rest of the summer, I'm not sure. But like I said, I'm going to give it another week or so. If it doesn't, then I will cut all of the daffodil foliage back and then replant them next year. And same thing here on this side of the garden bed. I did cut all of the salvias back, and I think that looks pretty good. But I did notice that around the base of the quickfire fab, there's lots of yellowing of leaves. So I think that has to do with the overcrowding effect of the salvia. That's almost like suffocating it, right? So hopefully it will able to thrive. It will be more beautiful. But like I said, I don't like all that yellow foliage below it. So I'm going to stop the video here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you all next time. Take care, everyone. Bye bye for now.